This video is going to be covering what we're going to be doing over the next year and putting that into a perspective for all of our investors. In order to do that, I basically just want to give you a small chunk of what we're going to do. It does take quite a bit of time to make a game, but I'm going to go ahead and get a demo with half of what we're going to release out for people to look at and play, as well as make it very easy for me to transition all of the images that we'll be receiving from the artists here in the next little while. With all of that, we will be able to make the game more efficiently. We'll be able to make the game much more directly with more purpose, which is why I basically spent about a week or so putting the game onto a project sheet to make sure that things were planned out, knew all the questions that I had to ask, all the answers that those questions would need. And now at this point, now that all that's been planned, all the pseudocode has been turned into physical code on paper, I'm going to go ahead and get that implemented and move it into the game. So moving forward, we'll basically be making the demo, so that way people can look at what we're going to be doing, look at what they would be putting their money into, and then once we have something for them to look at, put their money into, we're going to give them a product for them to purchase, and that's going to be our NFTs. Our NFTs will come out in batches. I basically want to do a Founders Edition, and that Founders Edition would be the black and white sketch drawings that everyone has produced without the stats or the card border, so that way it's just a fresh, clean image of a really talented artist's sketch work. And I know I compliment my artists quite a bit, sorry about that. But anyways, the reason I want to do that is because I want people to look at our product from a more professional perspective, and then also look at our product from a more marketable perspective before we even begin that marketing stage. And I know that I've been saying that quite a bit over the last couple of weeks and last couple of months, but we're still in that stage where I'm trying to get all that together. After the end of this first quarter, we'll be moving into a position where we can actually market things to people. So around the time of June, it's not June, it'd be April. Around April, mid-April to early May. Yeah, mid-April to early May. At that point, not only will we have those NFTs for you guys to look at, not only will we have those demos for everyone to look at, we'll hopefully be on more exchanges. I did attempt to join CoinGecko, haven't heard back from them at this point. I'm going to just go ahead and assume that we're not going to hear back from them in that 2-week time frame that we need to hear back from them, and I'm just going to go through all of their different implementations, their different specifications, make sure that we get those checked off again, and make sure that we can move forward and try and check out multiple exchanges at once here in the near future. I would like to move forward working with SafeMoon. I understand that they are fairly picky, and I think that SafeMoon investors are long-term diamond hand people, which is the type of investor and supporter that I want attached to this project to begin with. And not only that, but just having more eyes on the project in general will be better. As long as everyone knows that what the project is and it looks and represents what it's supposed to be, coming up here in this next quarter, that progress that we're gonna bring out here in this quarter will show, and that will show people that it's willing to invest in. So that way, not only the people that have been involved since the beginning, but new investors will have a reason to want to stay in the event that we make mistakes here in the future. With that in mind, moving forward through the rest of that quarter, will basically just be marketing. We'll be interacting with as many influencers and people on social media as possible, just to really get our face out there. At that point, we'll have something marketable. I'll feel much more comfortable people asking not only the team but myself questions, because I'll have more of a direction in my mind of what everything we want to do. This roadmap that we have, it's very flexible. I want things to move forward as flexibly as possible in order to make sure that everything that we can make happen does happen as best as we can make it happen. Once we have that final product, we will have taken the time from the exit of the second quarter to the third quarter to have made much more development on the game. And then at that point, an alpha should be out. The alpha, it will not produce the cryptocurrency. You will not make the cryptocurrency for doing it. And to play the alpha, you will have to hold CGT. That's essentially going to be an opportunity to increase the value before we move into a point where you guys can be earning it. So that way it makes sense to want to earn Collision Token instead of it just being a novelty item. In the event that that's an unpopular opinion, we are flexible. We would be willing to change that, but I do think that's going to be the best thing. The demo is going to be completely free for anyone to use. I'm going to have it available on as many platforms as possible because I want as many people as possible to be introduced to what we are. But then at that point, we are a cryptocurrency company. We will be restricting it to the people that support that. And I want to bridge the gap. I do eventually want to be creating a game that allows you to not be involved with the blockchain side, but that's not what we're worried about here and now. What we're worried about here and now is making something that's worth buying, making something that's worth playing, making something that's worth looking at. So third quarter, all of that will come to fruition. We'll hopefully have that alpha out. And by hopefully, I mean I'm hoping that it's actually a beta at that point. I won't really know until I get you guys another update video here in the next few days, what the kind of pacing is going to be. My plan is to get another C# programmer involved on the team. I've been in contact with somebody. Like I said before, I've been in contact with a web developer who is just now able to dedicate the time needed to get this done. So they're going to go ahead and take over for me on that overhaul on that. We're going to get as many people on the team ready to make the NFTs. So third quarter, that's when all that stuff will not only be in full force, but we'll also be trying to move that into a more personal standing. So instead of us having our NFTs on a market that's not our own in order to give ourselves more publicity, in order to give ourselves more marketing just by being there, instead we'll be moving on to our own platforms at that point. Summary of quarter three, that's the point where we'll have a more marketable product and we will be marketing the product. And then at that point, we'll be able to put updates out and move forward more consistently with those updates to make sure that people are happy and all the problems that may rise in both the game and any other things that we release are worked out, kinked out, whatever word you want to use. Moving into quarter four, that's when we hope that things will be moving forward with our other projects. For instance, we would like to get our other IPs moving at that point, as well as launch more platforms for people to get involved with. But this first year, we just have to make sure that we can get what we have already planned and getting it out there for you guys. I don't want to bite off more than we can chew. And to do that, it's a delicate balance. So to basically summarize the entire roadmap for this next year, the first quarter of the year will be making ourselves look more professional and getting a product ready that is marketable. The second quarter, we will release a marketable product, pretty much a demo of that, I should say, in order to give people something to look at, in order to give people something to sink their teeth into. End of quarter two, beginning of quarter three, we will begin marketing that product to as many people as possible by getting on as many exchanges as possible and moving forward with as many different platforms as possible. Then in quarter four, we will finalize everything, start releasing regular updates, and put Collision Gate in a point where it's completely autonomous, so that way we can begin working on other projects within the same IP, which if you're interested, there's some information on those projects on the website, as well as some more information about the archetypes ready to go on the website as well. This video, like I said, it's just a vague understanding of what we're going to be doing. I need to get more people on board right now, and that's currently what I'm trying to do. When I say I'm trying to make things look professional, I'm only so skilled. There are people much more skilled than myself, and I want to get those people involved, and I want to make sure that those people fit the team. And we're getting there. We're really close. We almost have everyone on the team that I wanted, and once that's done, we'll be able to make some real progress in very quick succession. And when that happens, I hope that you guys will not only be happy but satisfied with where we're going. With all that said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. It really helps us out. We're still growing, like I said. We're still using that word of mouth method. We really need your help still. So thank you all for tuning in. See you guys next time.